It turned out the family had something of a sordid past themselves, accused of filing false claims in the past, and so the jurors ultimately concluded that there wasn't enough proof to show that Michael Jackson had committed these crimes. He was acquitted, but as I said, he never really was the same. I mean, that trial, the whole world was watching. I mean, we've all been to these big media events, but there was nothing like this. It wasn't just the national media, it was the international media. And then there would be throngs of fans across from the courthouse, people who just loved Michael Jackson, and they would scream and yell, frankly, at the reporters as we would go into the courthouse because they didn't like some of the details that were being reported about the case. So it was just one of those kind of cultural phenomenons in many ways. And I forget the sort of sideshow that would happen outside the courtroom. There was a time when Michael Jackson said he had terrible back pain and didn't come to court one day. The judge, who just was the kind of judge who was just a very no-nonsense judge and didn't want any antics, told Tom Mesereau, "You better get your client here in an hour." And there was literally a countdown clock on cable, people wondering, is Michael Jackson going to make it to the courthouse or will he be held in contempt in court? And then lo and behold, he walked in his pajamas, which all happened live on television. And in fact, there was another occasion outside that courtroom, David, when, and a lot of people remember this video, I'm sure we're showing it. This was actually early in the case, before the trial, during the arraignment. There were so many fans that came to the courthouse hoping to get a glimpse of him that he hopped up onto the SUV and did a little dance, something that did not go over well with the judge in that case. So that trial will be as much a part of the Michael Jackson story as all of his other triumphs in music since he was a little boy.
NBC's Savannah Guthrie. Savannah, thank you very much. And again, for those of you who are just joining us, NBC News is reporting, we're reporting at this hour, that Michael Jackson has died. Jackson apparently, well, it's unclear what the cause of death was, but a number of reports this afternoon that paramedics were summoned to Jackson's Holmby Hills house, where Jackson was unconscious and unresponsive. The paramedics performed CPR. That, of course, did not work. Jackson was taken to the UCLA Medical Center, where doctors pronounced him dead after he had apparently been in a very deep coma. Jackson's family members, his father Joe, and there's something of an estranged relationship between Michael Jackson and his father, but nonetheless, Joe Jackson told our NBC affiliate in Las Vegas this afternoon that he had been told that Jackson had been in cardiac arrest or had suffered some type of heart attack. All of this came at a time when Michael Jackson was less than just a couple of weeks away from starting a 3-year-long world tour, which Jackson had hoped to essentially resuscitate his music career, wipe out the debt that he had incurred, and essentially get back his reputation that had been tarnished in large part from that 2005 trial that Savannah was mentioning. We're told that Jackson had been working out with a physical trainer, that he'd been trying to get in appropriate physical shape for a demanding concert tour so that he could give the sort of performances that his fans, many of them, expected and anticipated from Michael Jackson. But again, NBC News is reporting that Michael Jackson this afternoon died. Jackson, of course, part of the famous Jackson 5 from Gary, Indiana.